Hello everybody, my name is Mike Brown, aka ReviewKingMB, and yes, 'tis the season for the mid-season finale of Season 6 of The Walking Dead. Wow, we're already at the mid-season, and after tonight, we won't get another episode till February! God damn it! I have to admit, once the episode started, once it got past the weird kid listening to Tiny Tim, how creepy was that? And the ants eating his snacks. Once it got to the opening credits, and then you see the big tower fall and knock down the fence, and the walkers started to come in, I was shaking. Very nervous watching this. You see Alexandria just completely overrun by these walkers, and I was for sure thinking that something was going to happen to one of my main characters, like Maggie, for example, when she was running and she was on the ground and walkers were coming, she was trying to shoot, she ran out of bullets, and then she started climbing the ladder. I just thought, holy fuck, they're going to kill her. And, her being pregnant, her getting that hope of seeing the balloons, thinking that Glenn's alive. It's like, the show, I wouldn't put it past the show to do something like that, to where they give us that glimmer of hope, and then they kill her. They didn't do that, though. Even when she was climbing the ladder, I thought it was gonna fall back or break and fuck, and maybe Glenn was gonna watch her die or something. Thankfully, so far, that has not happened. Let me talk about Glenn, because what they did with Glenn in this season, I mean, talk about reminding you why you love this character or why you don't want to see this character die, because maybe there was a time where you just kind of thought Glenn was there last season or the one before. We just thought, okay, well, he's kind of just there. They're not doing a whole lot with him. And you thought maybe if they killed him, it's like, well, if you outweigh some of the other characters, who would you kill? But when I thought that they killed Glenn, I was depressed. I was so upset. I was just in such a shitty mood. And they shot it perfectly, where I really thought his insides were being ripped out. Luckily, that was Nicholas's. But a lot of people had the theory immediately that it wasn't Glenn's insides, that it was Nicholas, and that he was gonna hide underneath the dumpster. I never thought that once when I watched it. I thought he was dead. So the fact that not only was that a big theory going around, but the fact that they were 100% right and that he is alive, I loved it. I loved it, and I loved that we didn't know until that last episode. Then we see that, well, first, Rick was about to get overrun by walkers until Deanna came up, helped him out a little bit. She's not that great of a shot, so she got taken down. At first I thought she just got sawed by that saw thing, whatever. But no, she got bit. And that played into most of the episode, that she was slowly dying. Like the scene where Rick thought she had turned and was going after Judith. I just thought, oy vey, please don't do that. Because Judith, in the comics, Judith died before she was born. So her fate on the show could be anything. Before I get back to this, we see Carol, who most of the episode she hit her head or a concussion, so she was kind of hurt. And I was a little upset at first because she was just sitting there until she outsmarted Morgan, I guess, to get down to the basement to finally see what he had down there. Of course, it was the wolf who was claiming. He basically said to Morgan's face, to everybody's face, I'm going to get out and I'm going to kill all of you. And there's no stopping or changing that. And Morgan was still defending this fucking guy. I like Morgan, I do. I love the actor. I'm glad he's on the show. But this whole philosophy, and I understand it. We got the episode with the backstory. I get why he feels so strongly about this, because he too was at a point where he was just far gone, not worth saving until he did get saved, until this worked for him. So I get it. He's hoping, he's thinking, he almost needs for it to work for other people so that it can continue to work for him. But, dude, this guy is literally telling you he's going to kill you the first chance he gets. He's not worth the fighting. He means nothing to you in the long run. This whole like choosing a side and who was right, Carol or Morgan, probably would have meant more if Morgan was arguing for somebody that we knew or understood more or liked or actually thought could change. I never once thought this guy was going to change. He looked like a sick fuck. Of course, Morgan and Carol fight, and Carol gets knocked out. The guy breaks free, knocks Morgan out, takes the almost sort of doctor hostage, and leaves. So I'm pretty sure she's good as dead now. And that's something else to be on Morgan's conscience once he wakes up. God damn it. But back to the main group. Ron, Jesse's son, tried to kill Carl. Again. Because he tried to do it last episode where he was going up to him with the gun and before the place got overrun. Now in the house, he was sort of snapping. He was saying, oh, my mom's dead, my brother's dead. He was already in the mindset. He went after him. Of course, their fight brought walkers to the house. So now the house is being overrun. And in the layers that the walkers kept getting past. First the door, then they got into the house, and they had the furniture up, but you knew that wasn't going to hold. I was like, what the fuck? How are they going to get out of this? How? They can't jump from the fucking window. And I didn't even think about something that's worked for them plenty of times. Covering themselves in walker guts, blood and gore. Love it. And so, of course, this is working. This is working. But the other fucking son, Mom, like, shut the fuck up. It's working. I get it. He's young. This is his pretty much very first exposure to this. I get it. Maybe I'd be a little bitch too, but I just want to smack him sometimes. Plus, any kid who listens to Tiny Tim in his spare time is weird. So who knows? That's how it ends. That was the cliffhanger. I'm going fucking nuts over the fact that I won't find out what happens until February. They showed a preview of, it was Daryl, Abraham, and Sasha driving, but they get cut off by a motorcycle gang, of course. And you soon find out that this gang is working for Negan, our very first mention of Negan, who's from the comics, who has been casted as Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Wow. That's definitely something to look forward to. I very much enjoyed the mid-season finale, clearly. I loved it. This show never ceases to amaze me. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what did you think of tonight's episode? Did you like it as much as I did? Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!